Oh, hi there. Just to let you know, there may or may not be flashing images in this video. Just want to make sure you're alright. I hope you're alright. How's it going, mates? This is Mrjacharles. We're here with Monster Sweethearts. And, there doesn't seem to be many sweethearts in this game anymore. They seem to all just, hate us. Everyone seems to be, not really a fan of us anymore. Because apparently we're a mix of every single monster that ever existed. Including a mermaid. Which, shouldn't really be able to breathe on land or whatever. But whatever, who cares? Or walk on land. But, we're like 0.0001% mermaid. Because we're everything, apparently. Anyway, we've been brought to this place. We don't know what we are yet, so I'm guessing the surprise is going to come somewhere here. And I've got to admit, even though there's huge flaws with this story, I am kind of liking the direction of it. So anyway, what's going to happen here? My surroundings turn away from the lab to an abandoned house. It looks lovely. Is this the place where Line killed her mother? Oh, good, I hear a crying baby. It seems to be coming from inside the house. I'd much rather deal with the baby than the shocks. And I'd rather just not deal with the baby because I don't want it forced upon me like literally everyone else is. I take a step on my wobbly legs, walking closer to the house. The house looks old. It hasn't been used in years. Around the house are familiar black trees like the ones back home. Okay. Is this like a flashback or something? As I was just about to open the door, I feel the pain comes back to my heart. I try to open the door, but my body's too weak to go any further. Alright, cool. Alright, so I'm guessing there is some kind of flash. Stop! I need to bloody do another epileptic warning now. Oh, good. When I come around, I notice that I'm back in my cell. I don't know what that was, but I'd rather have that happen than live through the moment. What does it all mean? I don't know, but I'm just going with it at this point. Most monsters wouldn't survive what you went through. Okay. Have you survived it? Because that means of the two monsters in this, well, the two impures, all two of them have survived. What are you talking about? The shock therapy. Wait, didn't Bay survive some shock therapy as well? Because she was experimented on. So that makes 3. And that's the ones that have been tortured. So not many would survive, but of the 3 that have been, all 3 have survived. Okay. They use it on monsters who get something less than death row. How did you survive? I don't know, I just blacked out. What do they do to you? Bonding on torture? Ha! Well, I don't black out. I just live in the moment. That's nice. They burn me! Shouldn't you like that because you're made of fire or some shit? Test some fireproof vests. Oh, okay, that's always good. Does it hurt? My own fire doesn't hurt. But what they do to get me to a stage where it's studyable. Lion huddles up against her pillow, not saying a word for the rest of the night. I feel like this is like Orange is the New Black now, but with monsters. So, I don't know, this just feels a bit... It's fun, it's enjoyable, I'm certainly interested in what's happening, but I just wanted to say that. Especially seeing as she's wearing an orange shirt. Anyway, I lay down letting my mind wander. All I can think about is going home. I really do miss Lexi and Sierra, but not Blake. Okay, that's saying something. While they had their faults, they remind me of life. So did Blake! And Blake, my bed. I feel tears start to come out once again. Okay, I just want to go home. Alright, well, that's not going to happen, is it? After a couple of hours, there's a knock on my cell. Food, Jaylene? Oh, am I going to have like a single grape or something? Is it going to be like bread and water? Is it going to be something just showing how bad this place is? I get up and see half-rotten food at my door. Why am I not surprised? They might actually be half-decent sometimes in jails, Half-rotten. Question, why am I beginning food if Miss Jackson wants me dead? Like, nothing about this makes sense anymore. What? Now you know why I'm so skinny. I guess it makes some sense why Line would be alive, but still. You gotta be kidding. No. Guess I'll be here for you to get used to it, huh? You said that like 5 times now. Thanks, I guess. As I sit down near my cell door, I'm reminded of something. What? When we met at that bathroom, did you just escape? Yes. How? When they were transporting me, I was able to wiggle away. But they fixed the cuffs, so I don't think it'll work this time around. Want to leave already? Who wouldn't? Well, there's so many fun things here. My favourite torture they did to me was probably waterboarding. That doesn't sound so bad. They just did it for fun, not for an experiment. Right? Bear in mind, a lot of these scientists probably went to uni and stuff. Is it just because they're men? But then Miss Jackson's a woman, and the sheriff's a girl. If anything, now just everyone else, there's like a civil war. All the characters I like, and one dick that's been mentioned once or twice, is just, you know, ruining everything for me. Thanks for sharing, I guess. Just trying to relate here. Right, I really don't want to relate to that. I don't think you have a choice in that. I'm going to sleep. Have fun with that. Right, okay. I can't open my eyes. Starving. Yeah, I figured. Stop it. Okay. Don't go in. Okay. Oh, God. Everything's just white or black. Literally, this is just a white screen. I mean, don't get me wrong. I guess there's some kind of literary meaning here, but, you know, I would have preferred the black screen. I open my eyes and see an all-white room. You see a room? I just see white. What? Shit, it has to be in my head again. There's no crying baby this time around, so that's at least a plus. But once I get up and start walking around, there's no exit. It's utterly silent. My feet barely make sounds. Jaylene. Oh, good. That sounds lovely. I whip around to see no one. Jaylene. I turn around again. No one. Hello? My heart's beating is increasing, so I sit down to calm myself. This one is lasting longer than the others. Jaylene. I keep my head down as to ignore the voice. Jaylene. Jaylene. Stop it! The sounds pierce my ears already, causing a headache. I don't stop. I hear a door open that takes all the sound away. Jaylene, we're down here, come on. Okay. I don't like you anymore, so just stop. Go away, Cassandra. That's your name. I don't like you. I preferred Cassandra and Only Fools and Horses. Or, I don't know, that's my best insult. What? Was this real? Okay. As the sheriff takes me out, I see all the familiar hallways. No, that room wasn't real. Well, yes, it was, because you had to be somewhere. Unless you're just saying this whole game was just, you know, made up and make-believe or whatever. Maybe the game's becoming sentient now. No. I pinch myself to see I'm awake, and I'm meet with a soft shock of pain. At this point, I have no clue if anything is currently real. I have no clue of what the hell's going on. Or what are these scientists trying to achieve? If you're trying to say, oh, it's research for the future of mankind, why are they torturing? What is this meant to prove? I don't know, I'm just confused. The sheriff takes me back to my cell as usual. Sheriff? Can you please tell me what I'm doing here? She looks around anxiously before turning towards me. Oh, is this the bit where you're actually going to be nice after all the shit we've been through? Okay, fine. I'm not able to say. Oh, fuck you. You can't just let them do this to us. This isn't new, Buttercup. She frankly doesn't give a damn about other monsters. Look, I'm fine with that, but why did you have to drag me into... Why did you... If you knew this was going to happen, right? If you knew this was going to happen, why did you drag us? Why didn't you just leave us behind? And for that matter, why didn't Taylor do that? I would have thought Taylor would be better than that. Shut up, Lion. This doesn't involve you. Been here since I was 10, but God forbid I open my mouth for once. You've been opening it your entire life. The sheriff bangs on her cell door, shutting her up. Sheriff, please help us. I can't do anything, Jaylene. It's just my job. Well, good. Come on, your job as a sheriff should be to help people. If I were to do that, there would be no police in Blackwood. I have to go, Jaylene. Sheriff! She doesn't care, Jaylene. You know what? I actually just show now. I mean, I get why you're here, Lion. You just burn everything you see. I know that's a bit of a bad thing to say in this situation because we're in the same boat, but it's true. I'm not saying she's had her chance, but she's had a fair few chances. I haven't even done anything. Oh, whatever. No one does. Hey, let's have some positivity, right? Yeah, I mean, at least we've got a roof over our heads, and then some man's going to just break our roof because he's drunk or has a penis or whatever. How long do you usually stay here? Around a year? A year? Wait, why are you only here a year? Shouldn't you be here for life or something? I mean, how does that make sense? I mean, you always escape and stuff. And when you go, okay, fine. There goes that optimism. Wait a minute, so why are we here, like, in the first place? Like, if it was for the murder of that kid, that makes sense, but we already confronted that, and Line was let go or on the run, or I guess it could have been because she was on the run. Okay, fine. Why? Why do this at all? Like I said earlier, us monsters have special abilities that could be useful for humans. Yeah, cool. But instead of us being useful, they decided to keep us hidden and just take whatever we have. Or they just fuck with your body on purpose just to mess with you. That's nice. First came here because of that one family that wanted to fix me. Ever since then, if I did something bad, they would take me back here. Okay, you make it sound like you kind of have a choice. If you're a good girl, you could get away with this, but I don't think you can. That town is a death trap for monsters, Jaylene. Alright, cool. That's always pleasant. It feels like weeks since I've been here, but I can't tell due to lack of outside light. Their favourite thing to do is electric shock therapy. Oh, good. Which isn't really therapy. Sometimes those hallucinations come back. I really don't mind them since they let me skip the process. Alright, cool. Oh, okay, we're back hallucinating. Yay! Every time I try to open the door, it ends, sending me back to reality, so I decided to walk down the beaten road. I go about a mile before looking back, and see that the house is still right behind me, like I haven't walked anywhere at all. Well, this is just a headfuck. I walk around the house, peeking into the windows. I see a children's room, which is completely trashed. As I look towards the doorway, I notice a moving shadow. It's not exactly human, but it definitely has movement to it. Okay, and then we die again, that's good. I feel a rip in my heart inside my chest. It feels like something is trying to rip itself out. Do we have like an alien that's trying to come out of our chest? John Hurt style. Ah! I fall onto the ground holding my chest. It feels like multiple things poking out of my chest trying to get out. Oh, good. Ah! Well, I'm glad we didn't get to know what came out. Maybe they were tentacles. Maybe it was just, I don't know. We have several hearts or something, I don't know. I see a familiar rusty ceiling indicating I'm back in reality. I look down and see a big scar over my heart while I'm strapped in a gurney. Okay, once I was taken back to my cell, I noticed that Line isn't in hers. Oh, we're all alone. Well, you know, that's a pity. She can't tell us how we're in the same boat and all that shit. It's eerily quiet without her. It's about an hour before any sounds are heard again. I see Line come in front of my cell holding a book. I used some allowances to buy you something. Right. Why did we get an allowance exactly? I thought they were just keeping us alive for the fact that we were experiments. I mean, I know this is basically prison. Fine, cool. I guess I just might as well go for it. Huh? Here. Wait. What? Why did Line say huh? Okay. She pushes the book through the food tray hole. What's this? At Customs, you can buy some things if you're good enough. Alright, fair enough. So I bought you a book I thought you might like. I look at it to see a collection of Edgar Allan Poe's works. I've read the complete collection. Actually, there's some good ones in there. I think my favourite is probably The Telltale Heart, and I've got a feeling they're going to reference that. But The Raven's also pretty good, and I also like the Millennium Bug one. And yeah, okay, cool. I'm just being a literature nerd here. I've read this type of book 1,000 times before, but... Thank you, Line. You're welcome. Come on, Line, back in your cell. Alright. I take the book and opening it to see a poem I know too well. Is it like that House of Usher one? Thank you again, Line. I'm glad you like it. What poem was it? I want to know. Line smiles as she falls asleep. Line seems less stressed about this whole situation than me. I think she's probably used to it, which I guess makes sense. Has she been here since she was 10? How'd she even survive? I mean, to be fair, if she's a pyrokinetic... Maybe, like, if they tried to shoot her, she wouldn't die. It would just pass through her, something like fire. I don't know. I mean, it makes sense why she's here, because of her powers. I look over to her to see her laying down with her back towards me, doing nothing. Huff. Alright, and then that was that bit. So why did we receive a... Is there something in the book or something we should be aware of? Jaylene, you're a bitch and you can go away. I don't want to talk to you, and I barely want to talk to the sheriff. The only reason I want to talk to the sheriff is that she knows what's going on. If you didn't take me here, if you knew what was going to happen, why did you bring me here? This is your fault. You bitch. Jaylene! I lift up my head from dozing off. Taylor, what are you doing here? I'm here to help you out. Really? You could have done that by not forcing me. Exactly. This entire thing is bigger than you or I. Yeah, and you're also a bitch. I barely have power at all here. Yeah, sure. Yeah, well, I mean, I believe you there. It's just that you could have avoided this altogether. I guess it was more the sheriff's fault, though. I knew this entire thing was real, and yet... Oh, you knew this entire thing was real, and didn't warn me. Oh, yeah, hey, Jaylene, this entire thing was a lie, and your entire life you know it isn't real. Okay, but I'm being tortured here. You want my help or not? Of course, but why now? Well, me and Kaz have been planning on how to end all of this. Okay, come with me. Taylor opens the door, which gets Line's attention. Where are you going with her this time? That's none of your concern, Line. Line lets out a growl at Taylor. Ugh. Come on, Jaylene. Alright, Taylor leads me to a surprisingly vacant area of whatever this place is. Why are there no people here? We've been moving our operations under the university. Okay, well that means university is no longer safe. I guess we're not getting our degree. So most of this will be destroyed. Don't they have cameras? This place sprawls across the city, so they're not so interested in us. Alright, but to be safe, Taylor turns around, punching me in the stomach. Fuck, what was that for? Stay down here. Jaylene, what they want is to kill monsters. Every single one of them. Well, that's always good. Why on earth did you take us here? I mean, again, the sheriff makes sense, but you're part of the monster committee, and you took us to a place where they kill monsters. That sounds like, I don't know, a feminist killing women because, you know, it will help raise feminism if you get rid of the women that don't believe or some crap. They have been trying to come up with one monster to defeat them all. Well, that's... Wait, but they want to kill all the monsters! My head is literally... You know when the gears are kind of moving, and then a spanner goes in and everything just fucks up like in Chicken Run? That's how my brain is working right now. They tried the Van Helsings, but humans have morals to a point and aren't as efficient. They have a prototype so far for a monster that can kill their own, but if it gets released before it's ready, the whole facility is meant to self-destruct, as for it not to get away and up to the surface. So I need you to find it and release... I'm sorry, I must have misread that. They have a prototype so far for a monster that can kill their own. Right, so I guess it's just like a cannibal of some sort. But it gets released before it's ready, the whole facility is meant to self-destruct, as for it not to get away and up to the surface. Why on earth would we want to release something like that? I mean, is it just its kind, or does it mean like all monsters? Okay, whatever. How do I do that? Oh, I don't even question. I'm just like, yeah, sure. You betrayed my trust. How do I do it? Just make Miss Jackson pissed at you. All right. I'm already getting shocked. Wouldn't that make it all the worse? Do you want to get out of here? Then it's the only way. All right, cool. Now let's go back. Well, I'm glad we got friends in higher places. Taylor leads me back to my cell before walking away. What does she do to you? Not much. We are friends. We're not friends, Jaylene. I don't like her, and I don't like Cassandra, and I'm never going to look at any of them the same way again. Okay, then. Did you worry? No. How's your book? I've read this stuff before, but I appreciate it, though. So thanks. Bonding in jail, you love to see it. Okay. I stayed up a little late, so I was able to notice someone who was in front of my cell. They open it walking in, and before I can properly react, they grab my hair, pulling me down. Oh, good. Let go of me. Jaylene? Jaylene! Line's voice gets fainter as we got farther away. I see that we enter into the same room as we always do, but the bed that's usually there is gone. They push me down onto the gurney, strapping me in even with my protests. Why the hell would I Okay, I guess maybe I'm just panicking. The lights come on, illuminating Miss Jackson's face. Oh, my dear friend. What? I feel a swift punch to my stomach, taking my breath away. What the fuck? Why? She rolls in a tray full of medical supplies. You are a marvellous mystery, Miss Lawson. Can you not figure out what I am? Or do you fancy me? Or the other women do? Huh? The fact you're still alive after what we put you through is fascinating. Most monsters have died by what we put you through. And your mind is still attacked from the White Room. You have true resilience. But to know for sure my experiment works, I have to first examine your heart. Didn't you already cut me open before? It kept healing over before we could do anything. Okay, so we have regenerative powers. That's cool. So I want to do it when you're awake to see if the results are different. I try to get out of the straps, but it's no use. Now, try to keep still, as you might make it worse. Yeah, it's going to be terrible anyways. I might as well just fuck you up. She brings a scalpel over my heart, slowly slicing through the skin. Oh, I don't like that. Ah! No! I feel the knife go through all of the skin and muscle under. Yum, yum, yum. Gaha! Stop! I look down to see an exposed breastbone. Yum, yum, yum. I know what surgery she's doing. She's going to have to cut through the bone. Oh, good. I try to hold back my shaking, as it only makes the pain worse, but know what's coming makes it hard to keep still. She brings the scalpel back down, stabbing the bone to cut it through. Ha! I don't like this. I hear the sounds of bones cracking open as she forces her way through. Why am I not passing out? Yeah, I kind of want to know that too. It hurts so much. I can't. So, through blurred eyes, I see her get a retractor, holding my chest open. Oh, nice. I feel the air in the room pierce the exposed flesh and muscle. The heart is now in view, beating rapidly. My vision gets even more blurred as time slows. My entire body tenses in pain, with my thoughts being jumbled. The pain becomes too much, so I lift up my arms with all my strength again. My heart pounds away, with it feeling like it's gonna shatter. I try one last time to lift up my arms, seeing that I burst through the straps, freeing myself. Hooray! Oh, and then, what happened there? Was that my werewolf side? If I'm a werewolf, that'd be shocking. Jaylene, you don't have to fight anymore. Just let me deal with it. Like all those years ago. I won't let you starve. Won't let me starve? What do you mean? I started to open my eyes to a room I haven't seen before. It just looks like the same corridor we had before, but dark. Question, if the light's on, how can it be so dark? Because there's clearly still that illumination. Or is it like a skylight or something? I mean, that doesn't make sense, because you said it's in daylight in ages, but whatever. Okay, so, yeah, didn't that. The only source of light is coming from a tube in front of me. And, well, okay, fine. Jaylene! Line? Are you okay? I can barely talk. My mouth is too dry to form words. Come here. She lifts me up, taking me away from where I am in a closet. I try my hardest to stay awake, especially when I see Line holding medical supplies. I look down and see that the bone and some muscles have healed, leaving only the skin that's still parted. She takes the needle, pulling the skin together. Considering what I just went through, the pain pales in comparison. After a few minutes, she was able to stick together the skin, leaving a vertical line of staples down my chest. Thanks. It's the least I could do. How'd you... Well, I was able to melt through the bars to where I could escape. They didn't think to make fireproof bars. Good point, actually. I'm surprised that, they didn't think more about it. Or have like some kind of glass fireproof pane or something. Alright. This is an older part of the facility, it seems. We sit in silence for a few minutes. I never had anybody, besides my mum. This place is half the life I know. This was what I was trying to avoid. Just my entire life, I felt anger, and the one person who kept me around died. She takes a hold of my hands, grasping it like her life meant on it. Her body starts trembling as she cries. I'm so scared of liking you, Jaylene. It scares the shit out of me. Look at what I did, what they done to you. I don't want to repeat what happened. None of this is your fault. I'm a monster. Oh, okay, now I've got a decision to make. You know what? I'm going to leave this for the next episode, because this one's going to be a two-parter. So what am I going to choose? I'm going to keep you guys suspicious. What could it be? I could choose any of these three. Which one is it going to be? Make that in the next episode. But yeah, if you want to play the game for yourself and you have to know now what to decide and what's going to happen, there'll be links to the game in the description down below. Without further ado, the Mrjacharles channel. Till next time. See ya.